I was hoping for a favor from Brighton. I was asking for a win, because I think it wouldn't be a bit too real and too much to ask for from Seagull guys and everything. But I was just asking for a little bit of a favor, just a small favor. But it is what it is. City delivered a lubrication towards Brighton at their own crib. Um, but here's the thing, though. Grealish is overrated, and Man City were sold alive. Grealish is a good player. He is a good player. He knows how to play football, but he's grossly overrated, and he simply isn't as good as people make him out to be. He simply isn't. Philip, on the other hand, Philip Foden, on the other hand, is a guy who, without a shadow of a doubt, you have to look at this guy as a truly genuine article kind of guy. And it's a guy who, when we now talk about the best young players in the world, Mbappe, João Felix, Ansu Fati, he has to be put in African conversation, man. So this league is going to be a little bit complicated, man. That's right, man. You see, look, man, we have to have a conversation here. And the conversation that we need to have is impact. Impact. Pepini's impact on the Premier League. Pep's impact, because look, I like to throw shots with regards to how much money you've spent. Can you do the same thing with Skonto? Can you do it without money? And I just like to throw those shots out there. But let's just put that to one side. And we look at what you have done with what you have. You were hired by Man City. You were fortunate enough to have the money. And the reason why you were hired by Man City is because these owners believe that you're one of the best managers in the world. And Pep is one of the best managers in the world. So, because we have to have that conversation very soon, because I always put out the thought process that domestically, now the Champions League is something different, but domestically, with regards to this Premier League, has Pep Guardiola surpassed Fergie? And United fans say, until he wins 3 Premier Leagues in a row, he hasn't done so. I'm like, okay. But is that fair? Are you saying that if Pep doesn't win 3, because again, he's not going to spend as much time in England as he did Fergie. Like, in the next few seasons, he's going to be gone. So he's been in Spain, he's been in Germany, he's been in England. But is it just fair to say that if he hasn't won 3 trophies in a row, therefore he's useless? Is that it? Because for me, that makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever, man. Because here's the thing, man. The way City play, the way they beat teams, how comprehensively they beat teams, I don't think Fergie was doing it, because Fergie was winning. Let's keep it real. I don't want to Fergie was winning and Fergie was a winner, but City are beating teams more comprehensively and in a better fashion than United were. United just wanted to, because not all wins are the same. People say, 3 points, 3 points. No, not all wins are the same. Some wins are more impressive than other wins. And my criticism towards Pep is mainly for the Champions League, that, look, blah, blah. You've only won 2 Champions Leagues with Percy. But when it comes to the domestic game, specifically the Premier League, which people argue is the toughest league in the world, that's what people tell me. That no, the Premier League is the toughest league in the world. I'm like, I don't think any manager has taken over a league and lubricated a league the way that Pep's teams have. So other managers may have won more trophies, done it over a longer period of time, but nobody has done it with the kind of impact and superiority that City have done. And you just have to give Pep credits, because again, Chelsea are trying to find that title. They're trying to find that title right now. Let's even bring up the table right now. Chelsea won that title. Of course they do. Let me bring up to the table right now. So here we are. 2 points. Only 2 points separates Chelsea and City. Then, of course, Liverpool and United have to obviously play on Sunday. So, because my thing is, if we go forward in time and City win this league, then what? Last year was City. Then, of course, Liverpool. 2019 City. 2018 City. So, so 3 out of the 4 times have been Man City. So if they were to win it again, 4 out of the 5 times, we have to open up that conversation beyond, oh, he did win it 3 times in a row. Because remember, this is a guy coming off of success in the Bundesliga, and it's a one-team league, and success in La Liga as well, until Mourinho ran him out, man. But you look at this game right now, and yes, granted, it's Brighton. Brighton are not supposed to be a team that's going to be doing anything, and they won't be doing anything. But they were fourth. They were in the top half, so they're a team on form. And when you looked at Brighton in the second half, you're now seeing how good of a manager Graham Potter is, because those guys, they were balling. They were really, really, really playing well, and I think Potter is managing them well. But over the 90 minutes, that scoreline reflected the game. Sometimes people will say, oh, no, that scoreline doesn't really tell the tale. That game was 4-1. Because it could have been 5 or 6, because Foden could have scored even 2 or 3 more goals. So, Chelsea, it's going to be tough. To beat these guys, it's going to be tough. It will not be easy. It will not be easy to surpass Man City and what these guys are doing. But guys, I've got a few things to talk about. And then, remember, guys, feel free to send in your dubs. I will get to your dubs as soon as you can. Those super chats help to support this channel and help to support true, real analysis, man. So let me just get through some stuff, and then I'll take your comments and questions, man. And first off, let me just make sure everything is all coolio. First off, Foden. Phil Foden, for me, is the real deal. You see, this is my issue with the English media and English players. England loves to overhype every player they have. And people will say, oh, no, half up. Every country overhypes their players. Not like England. Not like England. Of course, everyone. Look, I like to hype up Osim and all the guys, but there's something particular about England where they really revel in really overhype, and that's the keyword, overhyping their players. They called Wayne Rooney the White Pele. They were comparing Wayne Rooney to a guy who won a World Cup at 17 years of age, scoring a semi-final. Do you know that is peak arrogance? That is peak arrogance to compare Shrek to a guy who won a World Cup at age 17. That's what they were doing. David Beckham. They tried to say that David Beckham was one of the greatest players ever, superb. Where in fact that he is the most overrated player of all time. And the same thing, Grealish is, and we'll get to Grealish, but let's talk about Foden. You see, I remember watching I think it was in 2017. He won the 2017 Under-17 World Cup with England. Now, this doesn't always translate. It doesn't always translate, but I will keep my eye on you if you've won a trophy at a young age. I think Pogba as well. I don't know whether that was the Euros or the World Cup. I think Pogba also won, I think, either the Under-17 or Under-21 for France as well. So, and Foden was one of the best players there. So already when you were one of the best players at a World Cup for your age group, that is something I've got to now look at, because you're competing with the very best players in the world of your age group. So that doesn't mean that you can see what's up at senior level, but that's something I'm just, Same thing with Kelechi Iheanacho, where he won the World Cup for Nigeria Under-17 and was one of the best players. So already I was like, that's something that we now earmark. And when you look at Foden, you don't need any of that media hype. You need none of it from the media hype, because when you see how he plays, when you see the kinds of things that he's doing, and his approach psychologically to the game, and what he's doing when the ball to feet. Because I always say to guys that I want to know whether you can say what's up with the ball to feet. See, I'm here to support the freaking ballers. And Foden is the guy, given the ball to feet, this guy can say what's up. This guy can 100% say what's up. So Foden, man, like, the hype is real. Now, how does Foden stack? And we'll talk about this on the hang. How does Foden stack against other guys? I feel Ansu Fati is better. I feel Felix is better. I feel, and of course, Mbappe is on a whole different level and so forth. Musiala, I feel, is better. As of right now, he's performing better than Sancho. As right now, I would say he's better than Sancho. Sancho, I know what Sancho can do, but as of right now, I can't say Sancho is better than him. So for me, he's better than Sancho. Now, you could say he's a more consistent performer than Felix, but for Felix, I just know how good he can be. But as of right now, he is performing better than Felix. I still don't think he's as good as Fati. I still don't think he's as good as Musiala. I think Musiala and Fati are ahead of him. Personally speaking, I'm not saying Mbappe is he's the freaking prodigy, but I don't think the gap between him, Fati, and Musiala is that great. It's not that great. It's a smallish gap, and the thing of why Foden is lucky is you have the best possible coach to work under. Imagine if Felix was working under Pep. Imagine if Fati was working under Pep. Fati is working under that clown, Koeman. And Felix, now he's not a clown. Well, Felix is working under the wrong coach for him. But for Foden, you have the best possible coach that can help improve your footballing abilities and your footballing brain. Because this is one of the great minds in the football game. Now, talk about UCL and everything. But in terms of teaching football and how the game should be played and how you should be thinking when you have the ball to fit and how you should be thinking about the game, Pep was one of the best. So, no, but I don't know how long Pep will be here for, but if Pep is here for like another 2 years and Foden has Pep for another 2 years, you could say, what's up? You could really say, what's up, man? Bernardo Silva. This is the key to Man City's season. I understand about all the other guys they have and everything, but the key to Man City's season is Bernardo Silva. And it's so funny. When the season started, Bernardo Silva was like, bro, I want out. Because he just wasn't getting a look in. Who was taking his place? It was Mahrez taking his place. And I was one of those guys that was like, maybe he's falling off. Because remember, there was that season where I think it was the 17-18 season where him and Sterling were, you would argue, were amongst the best players in the world, based on just how amazing they were for that 100-point season. But he stayed, he didn't really get his move. And I don't know what has happened, whether it's through training or so forth, but the Silva has been freaking money. He has been absolute freaking money. Like, you look at that, I think it was the second goal that Man City scored. Yeah, Grealish had the assist, but the key pass came from Bernardo Silva. That key pass came from Bernardo Silva. And I think if Silva can be playing the way that he's playing, City are going to be very dangerous indeed. Because Silva is playing the way that where City were dangerous, where this guy is weaving past guys, this guy's dribbling past guys, this guy's making amazing passes, and he's making intelligent plays. Because again, Pep wants players that are intelligent. So if Bernardo Silva continues the way that he's going, City are going to be very difficult. They're going to be very hard. Because keep in mind, City won the league last season, albeit with teams who were screwed up. But he won the league last season where Sterling was a no-show and Silva was a no-show. So they were really reliant on Ilkay Gundogan and De Bruyne and so forth to really come up. But especially Ilkay Gundogan, who really stepped up. But if Ilkay Gundogan can still give you that cheddar and Silva can give you that cheddar, you don't really need Sterling, because Foden can say what's up. Mahrez can say what's up, whether he starts or he's from on the bench. But for me, a very important component for City this season is going to be Silva. Grealish. Grealish is not a bad player. He's not. He is a good player. And it's similar to Griezmann. Griezmann is a very good player who is overrated. And I have to keep on reminding people, because people think that when you say overrated, you think that that player is bad. A player can be overrated but still very, very good. Grealish is good. He's overrated. Of what I've seen, I don't understand how Grealish is better than a Foden. He isn't. He isn't. Grealish, just because I just see him whenever he has the ball on that left flank and so forth, it's very obvious. And he's trying things because that he is limited ability-wise, and he's limited with what he can do on the ball. Compare what he does on the ball to what a Foden can do on the ball, or specifically what a Mahrez can do on the ball, or a Silva. When you look at Silva on the ball, this guy's weaving in and out, going left to right, dribbling, cutting through and everything. So there's a lot more ability in what he wants to do. But for a Grealish, it ain't really the same for homeboy. You can see that he just doesn't have the kind of on-ball ability and technique that a Silva has, or a Foden has, or a Mahrez has. So, I mean, you see, I think someone even said this on Twitter. If you have money to burn, you have money to burn. So if you have the cash, feel free. Yeah, you have the cash. But that dude I'm seeing there is not worth anywhere near 100 mil. There is no chance in hell that guy I'm seeing there is worth 100 mil. That's cap. That is insane. That's completely insane. So look, man, for Man City, man, I said again, it ain't going to be easy, man. It ain't going to be easy, and I don't know how far Chelsea can push Man City. But this team I'm looking at, I think, have improved of last season. And I think we're now looking at City pretty much at their very best. We're looking at these guys pretty much at their very best, which is God's going to make things very, very, very difficult when trying to say what's up to these guys. It ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy. So, because here's the reality. City are the defending champions. They're the defending champions and they're playing better than they were last year. Call them favorites. Logic states will call them favorites. So this is the reverse psychology. Of course, I want Chelsea to say what's up for this EPL for my Pep narrative. But if a team who are defending champions are playing better than they did last year when they won the trophy, you've got to put them as favorites because these guys are playing well. And these guys just smacked up Brighton away from the crib. Away from the crib. So, pimping ain't easy, man. Pimping ain't easy, man. Pimping ain't easy. Pimping ain't easy, man. And so, shout to your man, Pepini, but I just think I don't want people to just tell me that. How much is Grealish truly worth? Because that's what I want to know. How much is a Grealish truly worth? Or am I being too harsh on your boy Grealish? Because again, I'm just keeping it real because that guy I see there, bro, it's all hype, man. And we're here for a hashtag honesty. The dude that I'm seeing there is all fully hype. Like, what amazing ability does Grealish truly have? Because it's so funny because I said that this guy ain't that good. Then a guy on Twitter said, "Oh, he just scored an assist," and this just shows you the stupidity of people who watch football. They will tell you that you putting a square pass towards someone is something to be applauded. Is something that you should be proud of. I'm like, cool. Which is why this is why you can't be focused on stats. Not all assists are the same. A square pass isn't the same as a through ball. And for me, the key to that goal that Man City scored, the key to that goal was Silva. That through ball that took out two Brighton dudes that fell to that was the key. That was the key to the whole move. So shout out to your boy Harty Momo, man. Thank you for the upsets. Check your DMs. We need Yassier, Lead Level, and LSK to speak about what their legends are doing for extra curriculum. PS Rondon and Iwobi Class A bricks. Oh yeah, Everton go walked. So apparently, like, look, I don't know the history behind this, but apparently, and maybe I'll ask them tonight on the hangers, but apparently, Paul Scholes was sucking the toes off of his daughter. Now, you can do whatever you want with your daughter as long as it's nothing rude. But maybe he was trying to get something out. But all I saw was Paul Scholes sucking the toes of his daughter. United fans, if you can please elaborate on what your legend is doing, I would love to know. And then we can say what's up, man. As I said, chance creation is the main thing, but sometimes he holds onto the ball too much. I mean, no, look, for me, I think that Grealish does fit into this team. He does. But he isn't one of this team's main players. But the danger here is if Mahrez starts playing well, Foden starts playing well, and now Silva is playing well, Grealish's position in this team could come under threat. Because for me, De Bruyne, Silva, Mahrez, Foden all provide something more than Grealish does. And I think that the only reason Grealish is holding down his spot is because you paid so much money for him. So because you're worth 100 million, you're going to be afforded a lot more chances than other guys, and that's just and that's just keeping it real, man. So, um, all right, let's see. Yes, sucking the toes. Yes, sucking the toes. Yes. From William Kowalczyk, thank you very much. Scholes is someone's legend idol, guys. You see, we don't know what the history is behind that. I told you I will try and look at it more and we'll discuss about it tonight. But yes, there is a video of him sucking the toes of his daughter. I just pray that that is therapeutic and he's trying to get like maybe he's trying to suck a um a stone or something from his daughter's thing, because if it's anything beyond that, then that is worrying, because I don't want to go into what that could possibly be. But if it's anything beyond that's what could possibly be, man. So guys, look, man. So City, man, Pep, it's on. It's on. The challenge accepted. Challenge accepted, and this is going to be a very interesting 10 months. But I will hashtag honesty. It's going to be very hard to go past Man City because these guys don't slip up. And these guys will not drop many points. So for Chelsea, you have to pretty much go into every game in intention of winning every single game. Now, let's hope that United and Liverpool can get a draw. But with regards to Man City and so forth, like Chelsea have some pretty... No fixture in the Premier League is easy. But Chelsea have some fixtures that you would expect them to say what's up in. You would expect them to say what's up in the next few fixtures coming through. And so we just have to hope and pray, man. But all I'm saying is this, man. Chelsea, we are on a mission. And on a mission to freaking say what's up. And that is the key thing that we have to do, man. Now, the thing here is this, man. Incest.